As you saw in the opening, we were using the Monport laser, CO2 laser, to cut something and engrave something, and that's what we were doing. We were making this flat Earth, if you'll pardon the expression, is a representation of the Earth, and it's flat. So yeah, we've got a decent setting here. I've just been playing with it a little, but you could do better on this. I did an initial test pattern on this wood, but I don't have a lot of this specific wood, and I wanted to use this for this. But I dialed it in pretty good. Got a little bit of soot there. Totally something you can figure out on your own. You just gotta change the speed, change the power until you get the cut you want, but you're not getting so much of this passing through. And worst case, you could always come in here if this was your surface, you would just sand it a little and you'd be fine. Same thing here. There's a little bit, but if you really cared, you could sand that out of there. Now, please ignore this. This is not the fault of the laser. This is just how wood is. You'll get patches of wood that are gonna be slightly different. So if you're gonna engrave something, my personal preference is to just go in very light and then go in again and go in again. But obviously do all your cutting and stuff as a separate layer that you can hide. I did this with Lightburn. This is just a vector graphic that I threw in there. Got some good depth here at the setting I was running at. Let me tell you what that was real fast. Bear with me. I'm a little unprepared here. So I did the engraving at 12,000 with 70% power. I did the cutting at 1,000 with 35%. I tried 37% on something else, and I got a lot more scorching or whatever this is on the back. So I could probably go a little lower. If we look at the edge here, I don't know how well you can see that on camera because it's not going to want to focus. There's a little darkening. I could probably go lighter, and we'd get rid of some of that. Again, on the engrave, I was just guessing. If I was going to do this again, I would back it down to about 50% power at 12,000 and see what that looked like, because we do have a lot of that sticky residue from the oils and stuff in the wood being essentially vaporized. You can do all kinds of things with this. Pardon me. If you wanted to cut something around like this with the Monport laser, you could, make a clock face. You could make coasters. You could do whatever. Pretty much the sky's the limit. You just have to figure out what image you want to use and go from there. I have been playing with this laser a little bit. I think this is the 5th time I've used it so far, and I am very satisfied with it. Obviously, if you were using this professionally, you would get some wood, and you would be comfortable with that wood, and you would use quite a bit of it to do some testing to get your settings dialed in. This is really cheap wood that I got off of like Temu or something. They just happen to have wood that would fit the machine. A lot of the wood I have fits other machines I have. So it's like 12 by 12, and I don't have a good way of cutting it because I have a very small garage. So I just went and got some, I think this is 8 by 12 or something like that. That would fit in the machine nicely. I think it's actually a little bit smaller than 8 by 12. But yeah, I am really happy with this laser. If you have any questions about it, ask in the comments. I will answer what I can. Again, as I'm making this video, I'm still quite new with this laser. Maybe when you're watching this in the future, I've become like a seasoned pro. But it's really great. I will have a link in the description and a link in the sticky comment. They will be affiliate links. Just fair warning, fair disclosure. And if you use those links, you'll save 10% off. Not exactly a cheap laser, but it's definitely in the affordable range, especially for the CO2. You can get much more expensive ones from them. They have ones that are several $1,000s. They're much larger. But this is nice because it fits on a folding table, fits on a workbench, whatever. And you can do some pretty cool things. This is just one example. Thanks for stopping by, guys.